Yeah,
while
I'm
we saw
streaming.
that there was a little bit of a lead, it was never more than 4 eliminations until Taysom capitalized. So what that means, in my opinion, is we're waiting for somebody to put a stamp on this tournament and then seeing how everyone else reacts. And I think NA East is ripe for that, particularly because it doesn't feel like there's been a definitive favorite to really step up to the plate and say, like, this is my region and I can drop that 10, 11, 12-point victory royale when it matters.
There is no definitive favorite, I agree with that, but I feel like there still is a pattern in NA East. You guys notice on the map, at the bottom side, there's these mountains. In the middle, it's natural low ground, and near the top, there's a lot of water. For NA East, I think it's the zones, and what zones we see repeated throughout these 6 games. There are some teams that are very good at winning out natural low ground consistently, like Calculator, right? BBG Calc. But there's other players too when zones get high, Liquid Stretch. He's very good at taking games back to back to back, depending on where the map is going. If it's on their drop spot. If the Shockwave launcher is a little bit better when it comes to mountains versus natural low ground. So for NA East, I think it'll depend on where these end games actually end up ending.
Okay, all right. We'll have to see how things go. Let's take a look at some of the winners from the past. Kind of add this, kind of tie all of these things together. We've also seen those play a very
6 months.
Holding down this title, 75 points, boys. I mean, Sundown, this is massive.
I think the bigger thing is the average placement going through for him, and then we flip on over there to see Fram #1.
Dude, what's this one GTA 5
It was the 3-way tie at the top that got broken, not by victory royales, but the average eliminations with Fram just barely edging over the top, just showing how that region really was. Then over to Middle East, you have Cash Cup Warrior, aka ASMR.
What the heck is that person doing down there?
Picking that one up there, 62 points victory royale, 15 eliminations, and average placement just outside the top 20.
Down there.
Yeah, I'm going to say that he needs to change his name to FNCS Winner or Warrior if he wants to, but really good run for him over there on the Middle East. For these 3 regions that we just saw the winners of, it was really, really close on all ends the whole time through, but we've been talking about it for Taysom. He was behind the pack the whole time. Winning out Europe was no easy feat. Comes through all the way from Game 5 and holds things up near the top.
I was going to show you your West champion
finish that he had overall, and it was absolutely insane what he pulled off.
Were they showing?
Man,
they're going to show it.
Guess what time it is? Time to start things off here in NA East. So for now, let's send it over to our flight captains. Monster Defense and Lost as they prep up to descend onto the island.
Yeah.
Gets it though.
Thank you so very much, Zeke, and here we have it. It's all come down to this. It's the FNCS Grand Finals. Game #1's just about to be on their way. Monster Defense here, Aussie Antics. I am so excited for the games that are going to unfold. The roster is ridiculous.
It is absolutely stacked, and we're not going to hold it back any longer. We're going to jump straight into Game 1 of the NA East FNCS Solo Grand Finals. Monster, just how excited are you for this one?
Absolutely, I'm at peak, I'm at the pinnacle here, and it's the battle bus that is underway, and take a look. Here's the nice spread across the map, how your players are spreading across. Now let's keep in mind, guys, after all is said and done, one player is going to take home that Axe of Champion. Only one player in the region One player in the region will be able to wield it. And I'm already noticing that P-God over in Holly Hedges has someone contested. And I love that the camera shot was panning this way because this is going to be one of the most exciting players, one of the most exciting early gauge engagements that we are going to want to follow right now. How is P-God going to be able to perform today? Are we going to get the P-God that is going to go crazy every single game and carry it through? Or are we going to get the P-God that has to clutch up towards the tail ends to pick up the big points? That's going to be the name of the game today.
Maybe they're not doing it for what?
He is contested here by Chimp.
Yeah, we talked about it yesterday. He did so well in the qualifiers when he was contested, and yesterday when he wasn't, he did well but didn't do as well. So I'm not worried for him here. When we're talking about Storm Surge, talking about these insanely stacked lobbies, sometimes being contested isn't so bad if you're someone as good as P-God at closing it out, which he starts off with a really nice 46 tag, waiting behind that bush. He knows this drop spot so well. He's had it on lockdown for weeks upon weeks. Gets the crash pad in. This is someone who has won a qualifying week from home. If you are just tuning in, you haven't been following NA East, so this is a very big engagement off the bat. If P-God goes down here, it would be a large upset to kick off NA East, and that's why we love NA East so much, Monster. It is always, every single fight is so important.
And you're noticing those chug splashes go off here, so P-God knows the player is already healed back up from the distance that he started. He's going to land a big charge pump shot to kick this off. It's going to go in his favor. Now looking for the control of the walls. And you have to think the enemy he's fighting is probably running out of builds here. This has been a bit drawn out for early game engagement. Another big follow-up. Can he get one more? Oof, that was way closer than what it needed to be, but P-God with a single point to kick off the competition.
Well, what if I come back, go back to creative, come after the league match, and come back in?
He wasn't over-aggressive, he was smart with how he engaged, but you knew he backed himself to win that one, and P-God putting himself on the board very early, and maybe that drop play might even change. They might not go.
It's a showing.
Next game, we'll have to see as Avery gets into a fight here as well.
I'm streaming,
down near the rig, down on the south side, and Sloppy Swamps gets the tack shots in. And takes him down. Avery 1 point on the board as well, so we've already seen 2 of the 4 players going down here, so still staying pretty stacked, but we're getting the action.
Let's not forget, Avery is
waddle.
the top 10 on the week to week qualifiers, his best being 11th throughout the course of the competition and lead up, so someone to keep your eye out on that maybe hasn't been at the top, but could be knocking on that door. We'll see. Spike, on the other hand, has a lot to prove here as well. As an up-and-comer on the scene, just rotating outside of retail.
There's 16 people
in
here.
Big snipe shot, going down range, not going to find it that time, but he's telling everyone he's well and aware and ready to do the do here. I'm looking at the map there. It looks like there's another player nearby. His loot's not looking too great. Yes, he's going to have to farm up and get situated here.
Oh my god.
Yeah, he's going to have to maybe even try and find a pack of Marauders, maybe very high chance of spawning around here being center map, or can he land that sniper shot? He can!
Oh, dude, that hit.
I was just about to say, Spike either has to land a hunting rifle shot or find some Marauders, because 2 chug splashes going into this part of the game where there's not much loot to offer, but there's a lot of loot to offer there from Zen till now.
Just like that, that's going to be 1 down. Another point swinging in the favor. Here's Cody from Team Timbers. We talk about this Latin community, Hispanics stepping up to the plate, and Cody's got, oh my gosh, he's got the mythic loot. He's got the corner on lock here. All of Kit's mythic weapons and arsenal in his loadout, and the Vault key card to play with it. Whoever was defending this place off, you can see though, according to the mini-map there, they've rotated out, so Cody is off to a very, very dominant start. This is looking super favorable for him right now, as he's going to be able to gain access to the loot. Let's see what goodies are going to lie inside. You have to only assume that he's going to be completely capped off.
Don't say that. If I'm off on Fortnite, I can't talk to you.
Yeah, last time we saw Cody coming out of caddy corners with all the loot, he did end up winning the game, and this is someone who's been dropping caddy corners every single game of every qualifier of everything he's played in. You see some people kind of testing the waters, knowing how strong that mythic loot is, but then wanting the consistency so they don't go back there. Cody has been dropping there the whole time. No one has more experience at this drop than Cody, and if you are tuning in from home and you tuned into the heats, there was a bit of drama around this drop spot, as Zayt did not qualify for grand finals because this drop was too heavily contested. So I think it would have been a big shake-up for Cody if Zay was in
it's like a whole battle
today,
right now.
But Cody having it between him and one other player, he's got a very good chance to walk away with that loot consistently. So
I don't know who's winning right now. I'm just watching.
Do agree, and here's a little info bit right there for you. Booga, Kaz, Stretch Crims, Kanata, Clicks, Calc have all competed in every single FNCS.
Wow.
And let's not forget, Booga's on fire yesterday, coming in 6th for his heat. Coming out of NA East Heat number 4. So things were cooking for the champ here himself, and he's looking to continue his stride through solos. As is Cody. I mean, Cody came 3rd in his heats. I know we're just talking about him, but it just shows you we're looking at some of the hottest players on the market right now, hottest players on the scene here.
That's falling.
They're continuing to carry the torch.
Is that really?
Probably. We know the thing about NA East. It is going to be packed, right? From the top to the bottom, every zone, we're going to expect
there's like
loads
16
and loads
players.
of players to stay alive. There are still
16
95
members,
players in the
16.
game, Ozzy, and the first zone is only halfway through closing. That means of all the fights so far, we've literally captured about 3 of them on our We are literally seeing all of the action right now because of how intense it is on the NA East region.
Yeah, NAEs, they know how to play their games, they know how to play stack lobbies, and we're going to see who can manage their Storm Surge, and that's why I was so excited to see P-God come out swinging, because a lot of people a little bit scared, just maybe the nerves getting to them, they kind of want to play slow, play safe, just kind of play it easy, so P-God coming out swinging was big for him, and he's got his Storm Surge tags on the map as Jay kind of making a really nice little metal base for himself, has the Mythic Grappler Gun as well. A lot of the conversation always kind of falling around Kit's Mythic Charge Shotgun and Shockwave Launcher, but you really can't count the Grappler Gun out. See someone who's been performing really well with it. Unfortunately, I don't believe making finals here today, so Jay got his hands on that one out of the 3 people that looks like they're dropping here, and he's going to have to find his tags though. If they haven't fought down below, he also has no shotgun, so I'm not really sure how that's going to play out for him.
I thought that dude I just flew in was part of that freaking video,
pulling
dude.
a cease here. Nice high in the sky here at the Authority.
It literally, like, he flew right past it, and it looked like he was flying in on it.
In recent times, that he's just been on the up and up, consistently entering himself into tournament.
Now look at that.
See,
doesn't that look like it?
Cash Cup, even now qualifying for the grand finals here in the heats, and slowly but surely stepping his way up, stepping up his placements.
Yeah, no, I can't.
On the largest setting, on the biggest stage here, on the biggest screen here.
I wish we could talk while I like. We talk while I watch
it. Stretch who thrown off right now. He's in the center map, making a rotate for center zone, and he's around so many players.
Oh, that's such a better view.
He's got the loadout though as well. 4 floppers. Like I'm used to seeing Stretch have too much of, dropping out a Misty Meadow, so maybe he had the time with his zone being a little bit closer to kind of fish up. He didn't have a really strong performance yesterday in his heat, but we talked about it a lot on that broadcast. He got really, really unfortunate.
Was it showing like people fighting or?
Zones pulled north, and so that kind of caused a bit of issues for Stretch. The last 2 zones pulling south, I think he averaged almost a top 10 in those 2 games where he finally got good zones. So Stretch looking in a great position with that extra time that he will have. He's going to try and set up probably on the edge.
I might go watch it after the live stream.
Some Storm Surge tags as well if he hasn't been fighting.
Is where they be checking on Instagram.
Someone who's also been dropping Misty Meadows with him, hitting the rotate a little bit earlier, and we're talking about interactions. We're talking about those who's who of names here, and Booger and Stretch going head to head is going to be one of them. 2 players who have a lot of pressure on them to perform.
Is your phone with you right now?
To outperform each other. They were duo mates, and they
phone with you right now?
Insanely well, but there's always those whispers of who carried who's better. We saw Booger and Stretch going head to head in one of the qualifying weeks where Stretch ended up just coming out on top in the final game, winning it over Booger. But this is a rivalry that I'm super excited to see play out.
That's right, and I mean, it's been about 4 months or so since they've entered as a duo into competition, but the stigma carries with them as they do still play trios and other team-based game modes, so we'll be interested to see the clash between those 2 titans. We saw Janice and Tayson fight one another over in the Steamy Stacks in EU today. And that was probably the biggest clash of Tayson's career because he took that to the active champions all the way down the line. And P-God, oh my God, with a big follow-up onto Vibes. And that's going to be huge for him. His 2nd elimination right now. 93 players left in the game.
This has to be the coolest view right now. Left. So P-God has taken down 2 of the 7 players that are falling in this lobby. So you can't overstate how big that is. If you're more of a casual Fortnite fan, you're tuning in, this might seem a little bit ridiculous, the 2 eliminations. As you see the top left, there's only 7 people that have gone down. These players are the best of the best, and they're avoiding fights. They're playing safe, trying to get into that top area for those placement points, and P-God just feeling comfortable. He's feeling confident, running around as we see Prickly Boy was a fan favorite of yesterday, rocking the cactus skin. I feel like the casters definitely instantly resonated with this player and wanted to cheer him on as well. As Prickly Boy trying to find his way out of this one if he can. He's throwing that big pot ahead of him, but this player was waiting for it. Kind of choreographed exactly where he was going to go into this push. So Prickly Boy trying to close it out. Players on top of him. Nice builds, but he drops inside the box. 2 tag shots is not enough, and Justice takes him down. Don't think Justice even needed the shotgun there, and look at that loadout. Justice is looking great.
That's right. Justice read the law and laid it down just like that, showing that he
get it, Justice.
Action the scene right now. And that was well played. He just walks through pure confidence through Prickly Boy.
I might watch the live stream.
The defense seemed to find the shots that he needed. Here's Sentinel's aspect on the other side.
He doesn't want to talk too loud while you do it.
Seen for the NA East, and a part of the earliest days of Fortnite competition. Now back on his stride, back on the high horse here as a solo competitor. It almost seems like he came out of nowhere in the recent times, just coming back, showing players that hey, this bet here still has what it takes to compete on the grand final stage. Ladies and gentlemen at home, this is game number 1. As you are tuning in, we do appreciate it. That's going to be a big down there, though. Aussie, that was Cody.
That was Cody. I have to know who gets that loot because this elimination, while being important as 1 point, I need to know who gets that mythic loot because that is going to change the game massively. If you're not dropping caddy corner,
I see what looks like on
corner loot, like we saw with Calc yesterday. Calc dropped, I think it was an 8 elimination win or close to it because he got his hands on that caddy loot because he found it in the mid to end game. So whoever has now found that, as I say, Calc goes down to Colazo. So players dropping now as Storm Surge, I believe, is going active and we have 12 people to fall. But if we can get a sight on who exactly has that shockwave launcher, it could play massively into this end game if it's a big name who's been performing and not used to having the added advantage of 2 mythic items.
Take a look at this, though. It's P-God back in another skirmish here. I see 4 different players, 4 individuals stacked up on top of one another off of this rotate here from west to east, trying to get to the safety of the new zone. P-God yesterday did this as well. He was playing off of these non-dead side rotates. I mean, he's just walking directly to the zone and taking battles along the way. We saw that halfway through the competition. It worked against him. We'll see, though, but no, not this time. It doesn't matter. P-God's going to react with the quickness there onto Uzi. Uzi is an up-and-comer as of late. He has been on fire, but P-God shuts that out. He puts the fire out.
Shuts it out quick. That was such a good, quick flick with the charged shotgun, too. That's a hard shot. If you just watched and you missed what happened there, the other player crash-padded straight into the back of the box. P-God didn't see the player coming through because the builds were breaking, and then just split-second reaction flicks with the beautiful charged shotgun shot. And P-God's now got 3 eliminations on the board coming into endgame with the peppers as well. So he's got that extra mobility to maybe make that next rotate. And you touched on it just then, Monster. He doesn't really exactly go for the safe rotates. He'll go up against players and back himself in fights just like that. And now he's getting his Storm Surge tags. He's getting his damage on the board as we still have Storm Surge active right now. There is still 1 player getting hit by Storm Surge in this lobby as 71 players are still alive.
I just want to say that is probably the 2nd or 3rd time we've seen a ridiculous shot like that come out of P-God. But here's Skittles finding himself a nice little ridiculous elim onto Avery, who was so lit up on the run from an opponent. And although Skittles may not be able to grab the rewards of Avery's loot there, it's going to be Rubified who's going to scoop that up. It's okay. He's got a nice free point to work with here. Let's not forget, ladies and gentlemen, 75 players being, or less than 75 players in the lobby now is going to reward the first points. Placement points are divvied out as players go down. And just like that, now Skittle has 2. So this is a nice step in the right direction here. If the EU FNCS Grand Finals is any indicator, though, to how you want to play, how many points you want to average to take home a victory, you're going to need anywhere from 8 to about 10 around on average to be the FNCS champion of the region.
That is such a tall ask. 8 to 10 points every game for 6 games when you're battling out with 99 of the other best players in your region. Just showing these players are a whole nother level. 31 tag, nothing too heavy. That's clicks. NRG clicks falls. Someone who has a lot of pressure on them here today. A lot of expectations going down with 1 placement point on the board. Don't know if he got an elimination. We didn't see him in the feed, but just the unfortunate misplay there of going up against that wall that Justice does own. And he just has to hit that window edit and go straight through. Justice now knowing there's another player behind his other wall. So Justice in a really congested spot, as you're seeing in the bottom right of that mini-map, about 6 or 7 players all on top of each other, and Bucky being one of them. So pretty scary spot to be in.
Bucky, one of the scariest players, one of the hottest profiles across all game modes. Doesn't matter where you place him, team-based, squad-based, solo-based, he performs, he shows up. Smack, though, is going to be lighting up the feed right now, finding himself his own point. Here's D-Roller. D-Roller, one of those few key individuals that once he gets going, he can definitely start to play off of that momentum. We know him to be a fragger. I want to say during the FNCS Invitationals, he was breaking records on his streak on up to those grand finals as well. So this is a player that lately has been somewhat dormant, but it shows that, hey, when he turns on big, and he doesn't look back. Right now, though, Ozzy, what I'm paying attention to is this zone and how many players are starting to migrate nice and early. This is only becoming more and more stacked. So we bring our focus down to that mini-map. Just look at how many players have to cross in.
Yeah, and I was just going to say with D-Roller as well, it's just showing that he can kind of like, he can change the game style as well though. Obviously last in their solo invitational, there was a lot of high eliminations being dropped. At this point, we're seeing much more placement split. It's showing his diversity to be able to play to that and play to the placement points and understanding that most of the players are usually kind of winning this one out with a higher average placement than elimination points overall. We saw some of the regions like Asia have a lot lower point split with a 3-way tie for 47, but then you're looking like regions like my hometown region, OCE, with 70 plus points for first. It's just, you don't know. You need to play to your region. You need to play to your scoring format. You need to play to what is going to give you consistency.
Yeah, it's been very volatile across all the regions. Someone who's on fire, though, it's P-God.
Hold up, everybody.
We're not even halfway through the
You there?
owning up to his name right now. Honestly, he has just been on top of everything. This new zone's going to be popping soon, though. We're going to see that half in, half out reveal itself, and he's already being so active. I wonder if he can just make an end game this time around. That is going to be momentous.
Weird. It doesn't show it on my screen.
Would be momentous. He gets an opposite half though. One of them, the zones you want to get the most. This is the full pull zone right now. So as you can see, that half zone going half in. He takes Renan's though, but like you said, Monster, he likes to be around the action. He doesn't need to go on the side
right
zone.
now.
So this next rotate could be easy for him. He could pick up even more eliminations on the way as Class is going to get that loot, but P-God is one who gets the elimination. He needs to make a tough rotate now. He has the launch pad, he has 2 crash pads, but with these trees in the way, and with the way this zone's going, he's going to have to find a clearing to try and get that launch pad off, I imagine, because crash pads, he's probably going to get stuck in the trees as Blake just sitting out in the cone looking really nice up here on the top side. He's going to have to start making his rotate as well. It's not as far as P-God, but it's still a pretty difficult zone as we still haven't even gained our second placement point of today. Top 50 is where these players will get 1 more point on the board. Blake having 1 for top 75. Needs to look back and try and hold some of these players that are using the rotation behind him, and then he's going to have to keep making his way through. Blake has been a dominant player for such a long time now, but hasn't had a big showing in a solos event, so really high expectations, or looking forward to seeing how he can pull this off today. But no medium ammo left in the AR, shotgun only, and a harpoon. He needs to find something pretty quickly.
I'm just looking at the feed right there. I saw Dubs pick up reverse 2K. Kanata's going to fall to hand here as Bucky falls to Blake. And that's 3 major names, major players, absolutely skilled individuals all falling in concession on this rotate here to the half in, half out. This is where things get interesting. This is where Fortnite really starts to shine as a competitive esport. Here it is. It's when things start to get intense and the zone starts to move. Here it is, though. Blake still being so active. The control throws the cone down, and I can't help but imagine that he's going to go ahead and conclude this one as well. The second elimination for him now onto Haji here. End zone's going to pull his way.
Haji, a player who hasn't been so prominent in these games, but did manage to win a game in his heat to jump himself up there and qualify. Unfortunately, falling here at the hands of Blake, who had a great rotate. He was back against the wall. He had no AR ammo, and now he's got 2 huge refreshes in the half zone, so he's looking really good. Needs to try and kind of find some way to get back in this one a little bit more as he's on the bottom side, but rotating zone is going to go back through the woods, through all that tree cover, so not sure if he's going to be able to find his way back down on the low ground, as Illust looking much better with 5 crash pads and 1 launch pad.
Here it is, though. The wide shot giving you guys who's in the game. I see Bully. I see Aspect still alive. Illust still alive as well. And Illust is going to be running right through Pose here, who's on the other side of the wall. He's going to go in and crash pad his way in. That's going to be a major impact frag. Impact elimination for Illust. That's going to recap, refresh his material count as well, as the entire lobby now is looking to scramble across here. But Illust is still firing up. He's going to catch Thatch on the movement now as well. Great layer change, though. He's going to move himself up, setting up the teak pad to try and get out here. He's got the crash pad ready to go. He's thinking about it, though, still waiting his time. He doesn't have to do it too early. Not this time around, not until the zone actually pops itself. On high ground, though, Dubs is going to go ahead and lose it to someone launch padding up above. And Ozzy, things are getting super interesting here. P-God is down to 20 HP. He cannot afford to play with the zone, but he's gathering placement points as the Cucks keeps ticking.
He's got to make something happen. He knows the player's above him. He's trying to bait him to drop down and go for the shotgun shot. But no, that could be too long. He waits, it is. He can't break through the full metal in time. Too much damage. He takes 10 ticks from zone, and he falls just outside top 30. A good game from P-God, those 7 points on the board, as we now have some of those players who are going to play for more consistency. I see NRG Ronaldo kind of making his way up a little bit here, making his way very high. Ronaldo trying to take the high ground, or at least get above this elevation, which is a good spot to be in. Asia's stuck down there on the low ground, though. He's going to have to keep playing for it. I want to see who has that shockwave launcher and who can actually really contest height, as Blake making a good push for it too. 23 points on the board. He's now inside that top 25. Those 2 refreshes were everything he needed to get him to this point, but he's going to need another one soon, as he's down to 5 builds inside the full metal base. So he's in a good spot to try and find a refresh from, but he's going to have to go soon. If this zone keeps going up, takes down Nanolite. Does take down Nanolite. A very consistent play here in this one. AJ falling in the feed as well, going down to the Storm as it pushes everyone up this big mountain.
That harpoon was so clutch to grab him all the materials he needed as well. Here it is. Polarized, though, has that shockwave launch. You wanted to know who had it, and it's him on height. And now he's looking to fight it out for his life, though. On the other side, Illa's still up there as well. And now we have Coop down on the low ground, really tearing it up. 4 eliminations for Coop. Someone's got him backed out against the Storm, though. He's got to take the fight. He's going to step in, and yes, he catches another one. That's going to be the 5th elimination now. He's still very much in the game. I'm seeing Ronaldo. I'm seeing Dub still here. Blake's still alive. Jay's fighting his way up the high ground as well.
Is coming down to this. 6 players alive right now. Big names. Who's who of this one? Blake trying to have a big performance here. 4 eliminations already on the board. Going up again. I have to think he has one of the better mat advantages right now. Only 23 builds, but this late in the game, when the zone is about to close out, that is very good as Ronaldo having to skirt the Storm. Coop takes down Jaith. Ronaldo must have flop as he does. Can he come back in? Can he make a play? Illest, Dubs. Blake putting the pressure down onto Dubs. He gets the elimination. 4 players left. Blake has the high ground. This could be his game. This could be everything to start off the tournament for Blake. He has all the advantages. It's a 1v1. It's Blake versus Illis. Can Blake close it out? Can he jump up and have the huge game 1 performance? Illis can't get up the hill.
No.
He can't get a footing. Blake has all the advantage. Blake has to win this one. Illis down in zone. All Blake has to do is wait this one out and just hold, and he is going to be the game 1 winner of the NA East FNCS Grand Finals. Blake takes it away with 6 eliminations and 20 points on the board.
He did that so textbook as well, just holding that height. He knew he had it once Illa slipped down the mountain. Hats off to Ronaldo, though, who got top 3 as well. What a big, big game for our competitors there coming into game number 1. But don't worry, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to be sending it over to the boys at the analyst table to break it all down for us. That was a great game 1 and a great showing for the opening here at the FNCS Grand Finals, NA East.
Shit's amazing, bro.
Aussie Monster D-Face, you guys are the best flight captains in the world. What's going on, guys? It's me, Zeke. We're here with Sundown. We're going to be breaking down some of the action. I gotta say, Sundown, the old guard and NA East have all been falling, and it's very interesting specifically that we do see Blake picking up the victory out, because we saw this literally exact thing play out in Europe. You have 2 players walking into that final 1v1 with 5 eliminations. The one person that wins gets that 4-point swing to start the day.
And that ends up pushing him up to a 20-point first game, which if he's able to capitalize on, could be huge. But you talked about some of the old guard falling. However, towards the end there, you still had some of the old guard up as well. Blake's been around for a while. Ronaldo pushing towards the top, and Dubs also making it towards the end, with Illis finally falling to Old Man Mountain. So you can see the scoreboard reflecting a little bit of that there. Blake in first right now, Illis in second, Coop in third, Colazzo, Han rounding out 4th and 5th. Hoofishy, Cozies, Skittles, and then Dubs and Ronaldo will be the top 10. But notice everyone 5th through 10th, even on 11 points, but the difference being the eliminations currently rocking out on the tiebreaker.
Absolutely. Now we're going to flip on over to the next page. And again, it's just more of these names. You're so used to seeing Jaith, Polarized, Agers, Jack, Aspect, right? Jelty, P-God. I think ultimately, like, this first game, and we saw sort of happen in EU, it's like a general feeler, right? Like, you have 6 games to play. You know you're competing with the 100 best in your region. Now, what happens? Is my drop spot contested? What does my pathing look like? You know, there's so many, all these variables we have to keep in mind, especially as we move throughout these games. I feel like this first one's fine, right? Like, we have some points on the board. That's okay. Now what we have to look forward to is, like, where do these people land? How do they adjust to this new meta that's kind of self-contained in the grand finals? And what they need to do to ensure themselves making it into the top placement, as, I guess, as high up along the placement as possible.
Yeah, and the goal is to be able to convert off of this first game. So we kind of talked about in the intro to the show, what is the pacing of a 6-game tournament? And over the course of it, you really kind of want to get yourself established early because whoever gets out to that lead is going to start running it. And if you fall before getting that first round of placement points or even that second round of placement points, it can get really hard to establish yourself into a rhythm and get the game moving.
Absolutely, my man. Here we go. We're going to take a look at some of them. I mean, Calc, you know, he put on a show for us yesterday. He said, look, guys, I'm going to make some stuff happen, but couldn't get the footing you're talking about here in the first game.
Yeah, and the same thing happening to Boogie here is getting caught. And notice a common theme for all of these players. They're all on the edge of zone. They're rotating right around the timer with everyone else, and they're not establishing control over their space. But all of a sudden, all of these other names go down, and you get an opportunity to step up. And notice here how Blake had 0 mats. He had next to nothing there, next to nothing here again, and he's chaining together these impact eliminations. Those 3rd and 4th elims, if he doesn't get those, he doesn't turn this into a more. He doesn't create a victory royale. He doesn't have 20 points in the lead. But because he's able to get those elims and then had the harpoon to be able to get the loot and turned it into another one, he maintains the high ground control. And as the circle moves back over the course of the mountain, he gets the elimination onto Illist as well. And again, we go back to his first 2 eliminations. We talked about the 3rd and 4th ones being so key. He had nothing in those early ones as well. You saw his loadout and you saw his mats. He had to push forward and he had to find them. So all of a sudden we talk about how every one of those little interactions matter. He shows 6 different key ones, but particularly the first 4 changed the course of his game. And it wasn't a traditional route that we've seen in solos to a victory royale, but a very well executed.
Yeah, I mean, let's be honest. These are the old guard we're talking about, right? They know how to play the game. They have the time. They have all of the hours dedicated to playing and having and kind of owning that mechanical prowess. And now it's just kind of falling back on that, right? And that's what led Blake to the win here. And I gotta know, like, I think the biggest question for me is, like, look back at EU game 1, right? We see Flois comes out strong, same way, 20 points, then fizzles. Do we think that could happen here for Blake?
So that's been the story of a lot of what we've seen on broadcasts going through. It's really difficult for players to kind of convert right away. One, you immediately draw attention to you. Everyone else in the lobby is looking to see that name when you go down. They're going to try and probably hawk your drop spot in your route just a little bit extra, maybe see if they can't throw some shots over there, as we saw Kylix do to Tayson in match number 6 in Europe. If you're able to shut somebody down, then all of a sudden it's anybody's race. However, which we haven't seen in a while, is somebody be able to rack off those back-to-back games we saw in Europe just last week, and you're able to build out into the lead. However, today, I don't think just the lead is going to be enough for him here.
Alright, hold on, everybody. Let me just change it real quick.
That's about average. Like we've said, it's around 18 to 20 points for a winner is what you can basically pencil in every time.
I mean, that's all it takes, right? Just a handful. And you said it best at the beginning of the show. It's like just being able to stamp your name there and say, look, it doesn't matter what's happening here. You guys are going to play the game I want to play because I know how to do this. I've been in situations like this in the past. That's why I'm here in the first place. And that's why we're all here in the first place. So I need to be able to make a statement and say, look, I'm going to be the winner. You're going to play my game. You're going to step
I restarted my phone.
We have to see if that's what happens here for Blake. Very strong.
I'm trying to see if it'll let me do it now.
5 games left to go till we crown an FNCS champion. Now, with all that being said, Fortnite fan, we're ready to hop back into games. So let's send it over to our casters, Aussie and Monster D-Face, to get us into game number 2 on the day.
God damn, it's 6 games.
Thank you, Zeke. Thank you, Sundown, for the great breakdowns and, of course, keeping us dialed in with the competition and the action here. It's game number 2 here at the NA East Grand Finals table. We're here to eat. We're here to see a lot go down right now. Aussie, take a look at this battle map. What's standing out to you right now? Because I'm looking at Sweaty Sands, and I see 4 players contesting it already.
I've been streaming for
4 players, Sweaty
minutes
Sands. I'm seeing 3 players at Yacht as well as looking a bit hefty. So trying to look for those places that are a little bit congested. Obviously, coming into Grand Finals, these players knew where everyone was dropping. They quite often know. A lot of these big names have their drop spots that everyone knows they go to, but it's looking still pretty spread out. We got 3 at Authority, not too many at Caddy. That 2 at Caddy is looking so good to me. Both those players in such a good position. And I was going to comment last game, I was talking about who ends up with the Caddy launcher. Is it someone who's not used to having it? And it was Polarized. Polarized has been going caddy, so I have to think that Polarized managed to hunt down Cody.
It's still blank for me.
Out with the caddy loot and get it back into his own hands. We didn't get to see it, so I'm not 100% sure, but we see Blake over here at Pleasant, which means he's also near Click. So I'm happy to imagine that other player here is the big Click. So Click has been playing a lot smarter recently, but if you're going anywhere right now and you're going to have to try and take an early fight, it's not going to want to be with Clicks.
And just to answer the question, it was just a weird cross of fate between Aspect finding Cody on the storm line, and then Polarized picking it up at that exact moment when he went down. We'll see how Caddy's launcher plays its factor into this game here. On the other hand, though, we have a battle breaking out, and there's a big group of Marauders on the bridge looking to play spoiler here, part of this fight. You can hear the shots going off. They're just ringing. I think they have the focus on the player on the run right now. And yes, Prickly Boy's looking for the big shot. No, he's not going to find it. But my gosh, those are some great AR follow-ups.
With a great burst rifle. That's a hard weapon to do that much damage with. 20 damage a bullet, but it shoots 2 at a time. It's very hard to connect 2 shots back to back with it as well. Doesn't have that extra scope on it like the Epic.
Yeah, I think it's for console and PC.
Prickly Boy is really pushing this one. He is going aggressive. He has 0 points on the board. We saw him go down last game. He wants to try and prove us wrong, show that he can win these fights as he drops in here and no.
How much money are you paying for a spinning Wi-Fi?
Again, unfortunately, Prickly Boy, fan favorite. I'm cheering him on, but he goes down to Nobu who is on 8 points, having a much better day today.
Absolutely. Great defense. Plays that quick reverse card. He says, not me. It's going to be you who gets taken out this time around. And that was against all odds. Let's not forget, he was hit for white damage. No shield in that battle. On Frenzy Farms, though, outside of Risky Reels, it looks like we have a little bit of an engagement going down. It's Bucky. We saw Bucky go down before, and oh my gosh, he's going to make quick work of Simple with a better angle there on the battle. You can see 31 of the current players also competed in the FNCS Invitational Finals. That was the most recent major solo competition hosted by Epic, the official Fortnite.
So how much is extending Wi-Fi, internet package, download speeds up to?
Crossover into the grand finals this time around. That is ridiculous. That is so consistent.
Yeah, in what is one of the hardest formats to be consistent. We've seen it already today. One hunting rifle shot, just one mistake can end everything. Trios at least.
Sorry, it's $20. Internet only plans come to experience start as $20 a month. But it only speeds up to 25 Mbps in selected areas.
Yeah.
There's a lot of voice messages in the group chat.
Maximum volume.
For in a non-stack lobby, trying to just go super aggressive. You have the hunting rifle to get a long-range shot. You've got the SMG for close-range damage, but I feel like Illa's probably gonna have to try and get his hands on some kind of an assault rifle just to get those storm surge tags.
I mean, we've seen it all. I saw earlier today Tomas HD running a tactical shotgun and just a sniper with movement and double heals. So it's up to the player's preference, I guess. In this case, he's gonna run that compact. I can only assume that he's going to be putting that controller to use and probably looking to bots dive into some players. And just talking about that, I mean, players like Furious did not qual through, so Lazy Lakes now being, or not having the FNCS Invitationals champ in the game right now, it's pretty big for him. On your side, though, you do see the format and how it's going to play out, guys. It's that placement, 14 points for the Victory Royale, and placement starts being divvied out at 75th place. But you don't get your second until top 50. We can see how much of a
you get there.
Even make it that far.
I'm here.
Yeah, and that's what you're talking about. That's what you normally look at when you're looking at kind of a point. You're looking at a placement format. It's because 14 eliminations is what you need to equal a win. That is ridiculous. You've got to think how hard it is to drop 14 eliminations on the best of the best players in your region when there's so many eyes on you. There's 94 people alive. There's only
What's up?
Down so far this game. So
What's up?
Really looking for those big placement points.
Nothing much, to be honest.
Doesn't see this player who's lurking coming into Lazy Lake. I don't think
what's up, guys?
He's rotated through, but Illis having none of it, like you said, trying to put that.
No, nice. I'm joining right now. to watch it too.
I can't watch it on my screen because it's only for, I think, console and PC.
Oh, really? Yes, I have a console. Oh, wait, Justin, you're playing on your phone, right?
Yeah, on my phone, yeah.
Oh, damn.
It doesn't show up my phone.
Because of the power outage or something?
I don't know.
It's probably gonna happen today.
And reverse, someone who has been playing really well recently. Obviously, had his kind of rise to prominence around World Cup, qualified for solos, had that legendary duo run with Ninja, almost managing to qualify. And since then, I feel like had a bit of a slump in between, didn't hear too much, but recently was a player that I had high expectations for, performing so well in solos and trios, and he goes down again, unfortunately. Not sure what's going on there. He reacted well, though. Booger had the crash pad, fell in through the roof. We've seen so much. Reverse managed to
what am I watching again?
We're watching the finals.
Ronaldo! No!
Oh wait, yeah, the finals. I'm right here. Yeah, that's me. I'm Kylo Ren. Yeah, I can see it.
We saw him go down early in game 1 as well.
Ronaldo is definitely like I'm watching that one right now. Watching the.
That's right. We'll be seeing you on the battle.
Oh, nice.
But Ronaldo, man, one of the more exciting.
I'm going down closer.
Right now, it's his dream basically to continue to put up. And all he wants to do this time around is place. He wants to place high as well. And he is on track to do just that. Someone else is on track to do big things here. Smack's been finding his fair share of early game eliminations. And we talk early because NA East in specific is just not the region to really ramp up, right? They're known to have that slower, more passive play. Yeah. This second game, though, looks like players are finding their confidence. Players are not.
I'm so happy. I can't figure out why it's happening.
I have no idea.
Oh. Here's A1 Sid going as far as taking the zone fights right now, and I don't think this player knows that he's in the.
This dude is following me.
Maybe waiting for a better opportunity. Could have taken it, but he's got a very loud audio.
Who's following you?
Not going to get a better opportunity than the shots he just had, so playing a little bit passive here, not wanting to take the shots.
I don't see anyone.
He's too scared to move. Maybe Sid waiting for him to go in front so he can come in from behind because he does have that pepper.
Damn. What way is it? This guy over here?
He gets the minis back.
Oh.
I'm looking at the materials monster. I'm looking at
oh wait, it's this guy.
I don't know if that fight was worth it.
Bruh.
And that's the thing, right? These storm fights, they hold a lot of implications if you do not have those heals.
Diamond, leave it alone!
Paying a close attention to the zone now, to that.
What is he doing? Oh my god.
On the other side, though, polarized this time.
Is that guy good?
Caddy's loot. Remember, Cody got it last game. He got away with it, but he got shut down by Aspect early on. Now Polarized has it. With 10 points already, he's confident coming into this game. And I think this is setting him up for success right now.
He needs a few more rockets, maybe 5 rockets. Not bad, but not fantastic. But that's why when you have the caddy launcher, refreshes are even more important. Getting eliminations where you can go and get the loot, and quite often players carrying those rockets is huge. But he still does have crash pads too, so he can maybe save those rockets just for the rotates, and can maybe use the crash pads to get in if he has to go aggressive. But it's Kid's Mythic Charge Shotgun as well. I feel like the Shockwave launcher gets so much attention.
Why is that guy following you? I can see him following you. Jesus Christ, bro.
He's going straight up.
Bro.
He doesn't
What a creep.
Is he still following me?
I don't see him anymore near you.
A little bit nervous. Might be someone he might want to fight because he's trying to disengage. He really doesn't want to have a
He probably ditched or something.
Yeah, it's not showing on my screen.
What the heck are you doing?
Oh wait, Justin's here now.
Talking about Game 1 had the fewest eliminations before the third zone this weekend.
Wait, Justin, you can see it?
Notably ramps up. They go crazy.
It still won't let me see it. It's still blank on my screen.
They're always playing a lot slower.
I'm using the Force.
Set up the stage a little differently. We're
Get in. What is wrong with you?
I'm a Star Wars fan, bro.
Well, duh, I know what you are. What are you doing, Hayden?
I'm just walking around.
Are you bored?
And that is so
For a sec.
unfortunate for Polarized. He picked the target that he could jump in on, and I was gonna say Rox must have a heavy tack shotgun because
Yeah, I can't hear anything. I cannot hear sound. No nothing.
Really?
Yeah, nothing.
That's dumb.
He did close to it twice
Yeah.
in a row, and he falls. You can't. If you get Caddy's loot, if you are the
I tried to
Well,
start my phone. Nothing.
you need to be able to continue that dominance forward, and takes one fight that he does not win, and that's it. Now Rox has such a good position to have a big game.
Oh, I know that. I got that thing.
Position for Rox, really poor fight for Polarized.
No, no, no.
Things are gonna catch up here, though. King looks like he found a big.
You know it's not working on me, right?
I'm using the force on you, bro. I'm controlling you.
Oh, grass.
This is gonna be an important one to commit to. You gotta get it over
Okay,
with
grass,
now.
bitch.
He's only got 2
Do it.
Yes,
Do it right now.
goes on in, and oh my
Bring it,
God,
bitch.
Black would nearly
Bring it.
get himself out of that sticky situation. The tactical shotgun versus the charge. It's so
Bring it,
interesting
bitch.
to see them go down
Bring
the
it.
boxes.
I am. I'm trying to kill you.
Let's
go, motherfucker!
If you miss that charge, it's over. The
I hit that rock.
every single time.
Ditch.
Every single time, and Sundown was talking about it in the pre-show. There's a lot of pressure on Macwood today. He said it out there. He stated he is going for the highest earnings in NA East in online tournaments with Zexo, one of the players he's trying to overtake, not being here in the finals. Zexo, watching from home, I guarantee is going to be smiling at that one. They are teammates, they are friends, but still, he put a little bit of beef on the line, and there it is.
Ooh, this is a relaxing spot down here.
That's right, he took out COD Genesis there.
And I can't get back up now. I'm all the way down there.
Still caught following me.
Looking up, trying to make sure that
Oh my God, Cameron.
He's got starving
Bruh.
boxes right up above him.
Spamming the freaking
Duh.
chat again.
So anyways, I was talking to
Oh, that's so
how
weird.
the hell did you end up all the way down there?
I just flew down here, and I can't get back up. I'm stuck. We're stuck now, Justin. There's probably a way to get out right over here. We just gotta go around.
Try what?
Where are you?
We're down here.
Yeah, me and him down on the beach.
And I'm trying to like get back up.
Bro.
I forgot. Is there any cars in here? Oh, nice. Nice. Oh, nice. These.
Hey, Justin.
What?
You see me?
No. I don't see Hayden.
I got a grappler. Oh, damn, I almost made it on top of there.
Is anybody on a zipline?
Nope.
I'm on one.
Justin, you're on one?
I'm gonna be soon, I think.
Oh, I see you, Hayden. Look up. Look straight to your, look straight.
Okay. I can see that actually.
You can see my name jumping?
Yeah. I'm trying to get up there too with my grappler.
Well, where's Justin?
I'm trying to collect some shit.
I have no idea. Oh god.
Holy shit, it looks so much different from up here.
Oh no. I got one last one.
This person is grappling onto me.
Oh no. I can't get back up, god damn it. I wonder
I don't remember even how I even got up here.
Forced to Jark his first elimination of the game, and Jark having a really nice loadout. We haven't seen the floppers be too prominent in this current season, in this current meta, but Ronaldo last game
that Justin?
popping away, so they can definitely be used.
Yeah.
I think so. I think so.
Yeah, you can take the
Okay, this is
I'm
fucking
down here.
bullshit.
There's a zipline over there.
This is bullshit. Well, let me see his screen. That's so bull of crap.
That sucks. Where the hell is...
What is this guy?
Evaluate, right? It's hard for him to read this. He's got to cross through all the players here. There it is. That's gonna go out. So this might be a good opportunity for him to
Look at Hayden's little pet. See ya.
Bro, I'm high as fuck right now. Looks like I'm freaking high down here, all jumpy and shit.
Wait, are you really high?
Oh wait, I'm coming up. No. No, I'm not. I'm joking.
I was about to say, bro, seriously.
Just imagine though. I'm coming up, I'm on the zip line.
Hayden.
Good morning.
Do you see me now?
I believe I just saw Cal take down Lunez for the second time in 2 games. I swear he took him down game 1 as well.
Wait, I can't see your name tags.
As I'm seeing a lot of players
I
dropping
can
the
see
same
your
and
name
ending up together.
No, wait, you guys are down there. Oh, what the hell? I'm doing a time trial apparently.
Can you do it?
And he has that rotation. There it is. Finds Keox and the harpoon, which with all the items we've seen at the moment.
Oh no! Oh no! I almost fell down.
Not a lot of players carrying the harpoons anymore.
Hi, Hayden.
Joseph's here.
Alright, ready? Let's do it. I'm down to do the time trial with you.
Okay. I gotta restart.
Oh wait, wrong way. Wrong way.
Wait, what?
Wrong way apparently.
Wait, what?
Now,
Which way is it?
So it was supposed to be the other way. I'm pretty sure.
No, really? So we gotta go down apparently. So we gotta go down.
Yeah. Hold on, I think I just figured out how to get back up.
Ooh, I'm going on the ship.
Why are you going on the ship?
Where do I go?
I've never been here.
Alright, ready, Justin? I'm gonna start this shit.
Dude, wait, so what?
This. What the fuck?
Like, guys, I'll be right back, okay?
There's dots over here.
Give me 10 minutes.
Looks like a completely different game. We have Skittles just set up in a
Got
nice
it.
easy area. Pretty hard to rotate. There's quite a few people in front of
No, I got 2 out of 8. Damn. Justin, you're still going?
I failed. I failed.
Still 4 people to go down, Monster, until we even get our second placement point.
Where did Hayden go?
Is playing out so slow and so
He'll be right back.
that consistency of the placement is Jark. I don't think he does.
Oh, no, he left.
He's gonna go up and try and recycle it as everyone making their way to this half, which is already so congested. They're building a mini city here. Everyone trying to just find their spot, find their places. People are taking
Where you at?
Crash padding in. AJ finding this play on the back foot. SF on the back foot with 2 players on both of his walls. It is absolute pandemonium here, Monster.
It's looking like we're going to be shaping out to create a new top 10 right now.
Let's see, you can control zipline. That's sick. Ready?
Ready?
Who was 3rd on the leaderboard, on the standings when we came into this. Blake's still in this game as well. So our top 3 still holding strong, gathering points, accumulating points right now, trying to hold.
Got it.
They're not making it easy.
Got it.
Got it.
Got it. Got it. Got it. I did it.
And did it. I got 19 seconds. We're gonna find the
Now there's one up above here.
I don't want to do that one. Hold on. I think there's one. Yeet. Shit, yeet. Yeah, if you turn around, it will do that. Yeah. You ready for this? Yeet. Unless you do it like that. Hi, Justin.
ID Slug. Now go up there.
City's been created right behind that landscape there. We'll see how that's going to handle this lobby here. How it's going to create the layer here, congestion. But moving forward, though, Coop still looking for.
What are you gonna do now?
I just want to go mess around.
I love what
This
he's
is
doing right now.
actually
He still has the
boring.
cross, though. So he's got a lot of seconds before the clock's going to continue to push here.
Yeah, just rushing is not.
Be put to use by other players. They're going to recycle them. Coop sitting a little too long back here, though. Now comes the pressure of the storm. He jumps in for the loot. Yes, he needs it desperately. No, he gets caught on the back line. With the floppers, though, he's going to be able to. A couple more seconds. Will he have enough?
Hub. Hub. Hubba. Hubba bubba. Hubba. Look at this dude over here. Not even worrying.
He's chilling.
Well, I'm looking for a Yo, look, it's the battle bus.
You wanna drive it?
To leave. Nah. I wish I could. Ready? Jump in the pool! I just jumped over the lake, bro.
You lucky fuck.
I'm gonna go see what this is. Top score 0-0-0. What is this for? I'm gonna wait for you to get over here. Just jump and then double press X or double tap jump, and you can you gotta get past the front side of the thing, and then you jump off and then press jump again. There you go. Alright, now we're gonna go over here. We're gonna try this out.
The hell is that right there?
That is actually like where the concerts are. And then this I want to do.
What?
Oh god. Got one. Got two. Gonna just barely glide. Oh, dude, what? Fuck that bullshit. Did you make it?
I missed that one.
Wait, where the fuck are the quad crashers?
Yeah, I missed that one.
Apparently there's no quad crashers in this game.
What? A bug?
A quad crasher. Oh, a bug? What? What are you looking at? What are you doing? Why are you running from me? Look behind you, G. Justin. Wait. Yeehaw. Come on. Hold on, I want that freaking king over here. God damn it. Okay. Want one of these. Justin, come here. Hi, buddy. Oh, I missed it! God damn it.
Damn it! I was two.
Elimination, not giving the chance for the roller at the top to really, really take advantage of that opportunity that you mentioned.
That's what I wanted. Over here. Oh, there we go. Oh. Huh. Oh shit. Ugh. Got it. Let's go. Got it. Got it. Oh, this is gonna be fun. Got it. And did it. And did it.
I did it, man, I did it.
And titties! Titties! What? Whoa! That gave me a headache.
I missed that one. Shit.
Are you still doing the same old thing? Oh no, you're right there. Hi, buddy. This is a glitched freaking jump pad. Justin. This is a glitched jump pad. Come here. Am I bouncing on your screen? Oh my god, this is giving me a headache. Where are you? Justin. Where are you?
Oh, so fucking close.
Where are you? Dude, it's a glitched jump pad. Like, not even kidding. Everybody, it's a glitched launch pad. Can't do anything with it. And it's literally, you just walk into it and it glitches. Dude, what? Oh, I see you up there. Justin, come here.
Come on.
I want to show you this glitchy ass freaking launch pad that we can't do anything about, which is sad. I see you over there.
And I did it.
Hey. Isaac Pro. Hola.
I set a new course record.
Hola, bro. Hola. Look at this glitchy ass launch pad, dude. Oh my god, I'm so mad. Dude, come here, please. Like, you're missing out on a show right now. Dustin, where are you going?
Courses.
I said, come to me, not to the freaking show. So you're missing a good show. I didn't say you were missing that. Justin, you're going way too far away. I'm over by like the
messed up.
The quarter crasher thing. Holy shit. Dude, this is so glitchy and shit. Hold on, let me let my hand stretch. Okay, see you. Alright, you ready?
For you. Okay, yeah.
Jump on this launch pad.
Huh?
Go on this launch pad. Watch. Like, jump on the launch pad.
I don't even see. Where?
There's a launch pad right here.
On my
Do you
screen.
not see it?
No.
It's just... Dude, on my screen, you're freaking walking through a launch... Here, go to... Dude, Dude, oh my god. I'm gonna send you a screenshot. Dude, holy shit. Dude, what?
On my screen.
Dude, then what do you see me doing?
Standing, nothing.
On my screen, I'm bouncing, glitching in the air.
Not my screen.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Dude, this is so fucking weird. I'm gonna send a picture of this. That's so nuts. Like on your screen, it's seriously like I'm just standing there, right? Justin?
Huh?
Dude, it's just like you're just standing there. Like that's so confusing to me. Dude, what the actual... Does anybody else see this on their screen? That's my question. I see this. There's a legit freaking launch pad right here. That's so confusing, bro. Where'd you go? Justin. Where'd you go, G?
What is this?
Dude, where the hell did you go? On my screen, you're gone. You're like not even here. Where did you go? I'm so confused right now. You know what I'm gonna do? Ooh, time trial.
Huh?
Time trial. Where? Oh. Dead. Okay. Shush. Damn it. Okay, I gotta go.